Alright ladies, this is Red from A Retro Dimension, and in this video I'm travelling to southern England, Birmingham area to meet up with some old friends and thought I'd do some game hunting on the way and thought I'd record it as well, so hope you enjoy it. This is going to be a 7-hour trip, so I chose for my gaming a Game Boy SP with The Incredibles. I was a few chapters away and I wanted to get it on my list of games I'd completed. And I'll tell you what, the journey was killer. Being 6'5", they don't cater for people my size. These buses and coaches, yeah, if you're over 6 foot tall, I'm 6'5", and yeah. So I'm meeting with friends in the Birmingham and the Buckinghamshire area. In the first stop, Birmingham, there's a game store I'm going to check out, but I wasn't allowed to film in there. So I'm just going to let you guys know what I picked up from that store at the end of the video. Yeah, for some reason, some people are a bit funny like that when recording and stuff. I get it, it's fine, so I'm not too fussed about it. So yeah, the stop in Birmingham was a bit brief. I won't be doing that anytime again soon. Look at the size of those two woofs. Whoa. Anyway, we met our friend, had a drink, and went on to the train station to go to Buckinghamshire, which I have to say was so much more comfortable. I could fit on the train. They're always running late, aren't they, mate? Good old trains in England, always late. It was an hour late, but eventually it got here. We got on. I'm not one to complain. It is what it is. So yeah, we made our way over to Buckinghamshire. Now I was due to meet my friends at High Wycombe later on in the evening. That was our meeting place, so I decided to have a look around for the gaming stores, and all I could find was CEX. So I went in anyway because I was curious, and they did have a few retro things going on here. Now these Game Boy prices aren't too bad, the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance. CEX seem to be doing alright with the retro console prices, just not so much the retro console games. The prices on them are ridiculous. I mean, look at this, Jackie Chan for the PlayStation 1, £150. And then of course we've got Rule of Rose for £430 and Gregory Horror Show for £95. It was cool to see Lollipop Chainsaw in the window. I didn't know it had gone up that much in price, but that's a really good game I recommend people to play. It's quite funny. One thing I found interesting that happened is someone did actually buy the Game Boy Color for £80. I did see this Metroid Fusion, which is a game I really want, for £28. Now this was tempting, but I think that's a bit much for me. Now for the windows, we're going to ski past last gens and go to the retro stuff, go to the good stuff. Now I did see this one that I'd never heard of for £10, so I was tempted to gamble on it. It's called New Legends. I've never heard of this game. It's for the original Xbox, and by the looks of it, it's kind of like a God of War almost. That's what I gathered just by looking at it, but I might be completely wrong there. But I've never heard of this game, so if you have, is it any good? Let me know in the comments. Now I am going to start a PSP collection soon, so I was having a look at some games I might want, and this one caught my eye, Warhammer 40k Squad Command. I didn't know they did a Warhammer game for the PSP. So I am a previous Warhammer game fan, I loved Dawn of War for the PC. So I don't know what this one's like. I'm going to have to look into this one. It looks cool. I also had a look through some of the GameCube games and the Wii games, because as you know, I've started a Wii collection if you've watched my previous videos. So I'm back at the hotel. Visited some old friends that I haven't seen for a very long time. I've picked up a game and I've picked up a console that I'm going to start a collection for. New console. I'll show you at the end of this video, or shortly anyway. But yeah, it's been a nice trip. Hope everyone has a good Christmas. Hope everyone has a good New Year's. Thank you for watching. And on to the next part of the video. On to the next day, I guess. I might travel back as well. Not looking forward to that. So it's time for me to head back. I've done my visit, seen people, visited a few game stores along the way. Right, so we're about to begin our journey back. It's going to be a long journey, but worth it. Get home to the cats. They've been missing us. We know that because we can see it on the Ring doorbell camera. And I hope you all had a nice transition into 2025. Got some game pickups going to show you all at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. And on my way back, I found myself getting glued to this game for the Game Boy Color. Now, I know it's on an emulator on my phone, but that is because this game's not available. The game was made by someone recently for the Game Boy Color, and I haven't done my research yet, so I'm not too sure who's made this yet, but I'm going to make a full video on it soon. But I got so engrossed in it. You play as a woman that's, well, in chapter 1, so far as I know, I completed chapter 1 and chapter 2. But I'll describe chapter 1. So in chapter 1 you start as you're a woman moving into a new apartment building, and things aren't what they seem. It's a horror game, and it's a really good horror game. I really recommend you guys check this out. Just search it up on Google. It's called Neighbour. So I just completed chapter 1 on Neighbour for the Game Boy, and it was actually really good. I'm playing chapter 2 now whilst on the journey back home. It's a shame it's on emulator, but I'm going to try and get it on physical cartridge. Anyway, that's the end of my first little vlog on this channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was small, but now it's time to show you guys what I picked up on my journey. Firstly, I picked up my first PSP console to start my PSP collection. It's the 2003 model, and it's not too bad condition. There's not a single scratch on it, but unfortunately not can be said for the back, but still, I think it's pretty good condition, this thing. It also came with a free game inside the console, Dynasty Warriors. Don't know what this game's like, I have no idea, but it's going to give me something to play. It's out of the box, but it's going to give me something to play whilst I get more games for it, I guess. And I did pick up Call of Duty World at War for the Wii. Now, this is a bit of a weird one for me. I can't decide if I like it or not. So they've taken the Call of Duty World at War that you know on Xbox 360 or PlayStation, etc. And they've taken the World at War game and they've kind of implemented an on-rail shooter with it. I can't decide if I like it or not. It just feels really janky. Like, I couldn't aim, I couldn't do anything in this game. I couldn't even walk straight. It was just a bit weird. Maybe I just have to get used to it. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.